Well, conflict in relationships, it's inevitable. It's like laundry piling up or your partner forgetting to take the trash out yet again. And it's inevitable that in any marriage or relationship, fights are not the problem. The real issue is how you repair the damage afterwards, because leaving it unresolved creates tensions. It's like a small water leak in a house. You ignore it for long enough, and before you know it, you're just knee deep in water all over the house. So today I'm breaking down 5 steps to resolve conflict in a way that will actually strengthen your relationship in the long run. And before I start, take a quick pause. If you've ever walked away from an argument thinking, did we actually solve anything? And is this going to happen again? Then make sure you hit the like button below and subscribe to this channel, because I'm here to help you fix those pesky problems, which escalate into large problems. And so by the end of this video, you'll feel that you had a plan of action, and that will give you the confidence you need to move past those annoying arguments that chip away at your happiness and the eventual success of your relationship. Before you even think about fixing the argument, take a second and ask yourself, well, actually, what was I really feeling? Was I frustrated and hurt? Um, Maybe you felt like you're on trial for something you didn't even know that you did. And the key to this is to name it without blaming. All right. Saying to your partner in the heat of the moment, listen, I felt unheard and unseen. And that lands way better than you never listened to me. Because one, answer invites empathy. The other just invites another round of verbal boxing. So I always advise my clients that if you don't know what you're feeling, just start with, look, halt. Am I hungry, angry, lonely, or tired? Because sometimes we're not actually mad. We just need a sandwich. And low blood sugar normally leads to raging red blood anger. All right. So have a think of that about that. Just say halt. Just take a pause to see how you're really feeling before you launch into the argument. Now, step 2. Now, a lot of us treat arguments like a courtroom drama. We don't mean to. We start collecting evidence, waiting for our moment to say, see, I was right. The problem with that is that no one wins if both of you walk away feeling misunderstood. Instead of trying to win, focus on understanding. Say, listen, help me to let me see where you're coming from, or I get why what I said may have upset you. It's not about agreeing or even giving in. It's about making your partner feel heard. And trust me, when someone feels understood, they're way more open to understanding your position. And in that way, the heat of the argument is taken down. Now, the next step to reduce the conflict is to spot the triggers before they trigger you again. Every heated argument has an invisible tripwire. It sets you off before you even realize it, and boom, the anger comes to the surface. You're not thinking clearly, and then you're into something that's way deeper than you were expecting, or is even worse, getting involved in. Maybe it's feeling ignored. Maybe your partner has a particular way of raising their voice that triggers you. Or, the one tone that makes you feel like you're a kid again being told off by a mom or dad. You know the one. Identifying these triggers helps both you avoid repeating that same fight again and again. And the kicker about this is that most of the triggers come from way before your relationship. Very often it's childhood wounds, past experiences with that one middle school teacher who would embarrass you in front of the whole class when you got 0 in a math test. Yes, that happened to me. And the more you can say, oh, I understand why this gets to me, the less control those triggers will have over you. And again, you can really take a view that you're feeling this angry, not because of what your partner may have said, but because there is something within you that is a deep wound which you'd never resolve. The next step you can take is accountability. Yeah, even you and I have to take accountability now and then. And it can sting a little. Because even if your partner was 80 or 90% wrong and caused the fight, what did you contribute? Did you shut down? Did you get defensive? Did you roll your eyes? Now be honest about that. The best way to disarm an argument is to just simply take ownership of your part in it. A simple, you know what, I shouldn't have snapped at you, and just shift the conversation. And it turns that standoff into a team effort to try and fix things. And you're probably thinking, well, why in the heck should I be the one to apologize first? I didn't do anything. Well, you're watching this video, right? Which means you care about making things better. And you have to make a choice. What do you want? Do you want a trophy for winning the argument, or a happy marriage for winning? Because even if you win the argument, you still have to deal with that fallout. It's already there. And so if you deal with that fallout in advance, that's already a win. Now, step 5 is to repair the relationship. Don't let arguments linger. Because with all arguments that can just linger, you both move on, but things still feel off center because you skipped the repair step. And that repairing is about reconnecting. It can be a simple, oh, I love you, we're okay, a hug, or a shared laugh. Research shows that healthy couples actually don't avoid conflict. They know how to fix things after the fact. Because really, when those things brew, the little crack in the floor can go to the foundations of the house. You know what I'm saying, right? So if you're both feeling tense, you can just say, oh boy, that was rough. We need an official relationship reset, I tell my clients. Just say, I need to maybe, you may need to send yourself apart and say you actually like that little kid who lost the last piece of your Lego set. Just make sure what you say is appropriate. And if in doubt, direct the humor inwards towards you, not at your partner. Okay, just in case. And you'll get better at gauging when you can use humor if you're very delicate with it. All right, because lightning mood, it doesn't erase the argument, but it reminds your partner that you're in the whole thing together. So we covered a lot today. It's amazing. There's so much more to this topic, but we don't want to go on too long here. So I'm just going to say that conflict doesn't necessarily kill your relationship, and when it's handled right, it can actually bring both of you closer because you're dealing honestly with things that really hurt you. And so, just to quickly recap these 5 steps. All right, if you need to write them down, or pause the video. Remember, the first one was to get real about your feelings, to take a moment to understand that, you're really feeling and, you can express how you feel without blaming the other party. That sets the stage for a productive conversation. Number 2 is winning for understanding. Instead of always trying to be right, aim to understand your partner's perspective because that creates empathy and they want to connect with you if they feel safe. The third one was to spot the triggers. Make sure you identify what triggers you both in arguments. It helps prevent the same fight from circling back again and again and again. And then take accountability. Own your own part in the conflict, and it doesn't matter whether you're only 5% guilty. Acknowledge your role to turn the argument into a team effort to fix things. And finally, number 5, to repair the relationship, don't let things drag on. Don't let them linger. Take that time to reconnect with a simple I love you or a little gentle humor to break the tension. So the next time an argument happens, remember these 5 steps because the real test of a strong relationship is not fighting. It's knowing how to put things right. So if this video resonated with you, do hit subscribe and check out my videos on communication breakdowns and navigating tough conversations in relationships. Okay, we're growing a community and want to reach as many people as possible. And if you want to dive in even deeper, there's a free guide on resetting your marriage in 6 days in the description to help you communicate better without the drama. And it's free. So let me know in the comments if there are any particular triggers that you've noticed in your relationship that you feel you need to work on. And if so, drop it in the comments below. Or reach out to me for a deeper dive in how to improve your relationship quickly. Let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.